Hi gang, it's a perfect storm for fall colors this year, so I thought maybe we should go for a walk around my garden and talk about things and talk about why. Fall colors are kind of interesting because it's a plant's way of telling nature that they've got things under control. Sugars are what make these colors. Sugars are expensive to make, so the plant basically has to be able to waste energy. And this year it was a very wet spring and then a very hot dry summer, and the evenings this fall have been warm in the evening and cool in the daytime. So those are all things that make for good fall colors. So let's talk about some of the things that we have in the garden. This is Serviceberry, Amelanchier, and purple-leafed grape. It's never looked this good. It's always looked good, but it's never looked this good. I'm starting to really fall in love with purple lovegrass. It's just kind of funky. Sumacs are variable, but pretty awesome. I think evergreens are super important as anchors in the garden. Plain old Cotoneaster, looking lovely. And I think we massively underestimate the fall color of perennials. It can be fairly vibrant, like plain old 4 o'clocks here. It can be complex and interesting, like balloon flower. Even asparagus has good fall color. This is a child of the great oak in Milton. I picked the one with the best fall color, which reminds me, when you go to pick plants that might have good fall color, pick them in the fall. That way you're picking the best one. There are still plants in bloom, like vibrant dome aster and agastache or anise hyssop. Lots of chrysanthemums still doing their thing. This is Clara Curtis. Mary Stoker. And I'm trying to get the color for you there. There we go. It's a nifty color. Sort of almost buff. Silenensis. There's another chrysanthemum back there. That is Clara Curtis. This will be bigger next year, but this is red October Switchgrass. Peonies that have light colored flowers, like Immaculée, tend to, and also Clair de Lune, tend to have lighter colored leaves than peonies that have dark red flowers. This is Mischief. It's a pink, and actually just a little bit, this is Gray Dogwood, which is one of my favorites for multiple season interest. And also, not to be forgotten, the tree peonies tend to be very beautiful. Again, complex colors. This one gets an awful lot of shade, but this is an oak leaf hydrangea. This is Ruby Slippers. It would have more color if it got more sun, but it's still a spectacular plant. Freesia, Black Locust. This is Monkshood, which I love because it blooms so late. The coral bells are looking spectacular. This one's kind of hard to find. This is Wild Rose, and it's an evergreen. I think evergreen perennials are important because now the snow goes away a lot in the wintertime, and they give us really something lovely to look at. Great year for mountain ash, and therefore it should be a great winter for birds. Things that have berries in the fall and in the winter, like snowberry here, are lovely. Still, it's late October. Rudbeckia triloba is still blooming. We're going to spin around here because this amazing thing is Gold Rush Dawn Redwood. and it has beautiful color, spectacular color. Those orangey guys in the background are Miscanthus florigelus. Some plants don't change color, but they still look lovely at this time of year. You'll still have sporadic blooms from things like rose campion. Sometimes leaving the leaves is a nice thing, kind of pretty. This is the species Dawn Redwood, and even it has really interesting complex color. A little bit of pink, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, sort of an apricot. Hostas, of course, still look spectacular. Some of the roses are still blooming. One of the guys that just won't stop blooming is firetail fleeceflower. It's a really good plant, and the pollinators seem to love it as well. Here's one of the hostas looking amazing. Another good example of buy a plant at the right time of year. This is Fothergilla, and Fothergillas are lovely, and this one is nice. It's nice enough, but it's not spectacular. Some of them are over the top spectacular, so truth be told, I should have picked this one in the fall. I leave my garden standing all winter so that I can enjoy things in the fall, I can enjoy them in the winter. The plants shelter themselves. This is a mountain hydrangea, and again, if it had a little bit more sun, it would be even more brightly colored. This is bluebird, and it's quite a lovely plant. Sometimes plants will surprise you. This guy here is golden rain tree, Colretaria, and it's actually a little bit richer than that. It's not quite showing, but I found one plant that was lovely and collected seed from it, and have been propagating it from there to see if I can get something that's really particularly nice. Anyway, folks, just figured it was a good time for a little walk in the garden and a chat about the beauty that can still be had. Stainless steel monkshood. Lovely color. Ciao for now.